It's a lot. It's good, bro.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, all the allegations. Are you attracted to men or women?
It depends on my mood, my vibe.
Is it true that you've had sexual relations with Meek Mill?
I can't tell you that.
Meek Mill has finally broken his silence, and what he's revealing is sending shockwaves through the industry. After staying quiet for so long, he's now stepping into the spotlight, opening up about a chapter of his life he once kept buried. Drawn into the chaos surrounding a high-profile lawsuit connected to Diddy, Meek speaks with the kind of weight that only comes from first-hand experience, like someone who saw everything but chose, until now, not to speak. He doesn't point fingers directly, but the tension in his words is impossible to ignore. Every sentence feels loaded, hinting at betrayal, manipulation, and a side of the industry that few ever dare to expose. There's a calm intensity in his voice, but underneath it lies something much heavier, something that clearly left a lasting mark. This isn't just about pressure or fame anymore. What Meek is describing feels deeper, more personal, more unsettling. And now that he's finally speaking out, it's only adding fuel to an already explosive situation. The public is watching closely, questions are piling up, and one thing is clear: the truth behind closed doors may be far darker than anyone imagined.
Topics coming out of this week was a producer that worked with Diddy named Little Rod did a lawsuit, and in that lawsuit he alleged a lot of things, one of which is that he was slipped one of the famous drinks that Diddy does, and then he woke up feeling like something had happened to him during the night. I can't say the word on YouTube, but people know what I'm talking about. And he also alleged that Meek Mill and Diddy had a relationship, a sexual relationship. I wanted to see if you had read any of this, or if you had any reaction to people actually coming out now and saying that Diddy does stuff with men that's not just the Cassies and the escorts and whatnot.
Well, yeah. You know, I love y'all when y'all act like this on YouTube, like y'all haven't been hearing Reggie Wright speak on this stuff. I told y'all, I said, real soon, it's gonna start coming out about men, because Puffy is not paying for male escorts, ordering up male escorts if he's not doing it for his enjoyment. You only order up female escorts and other females if you get down like that. You don't be ordering up no male unless you want that male with you. So for all the others acting shocked and surprised, I said somebody's gonna come out and expose him real soon. And of course, that's what's happening. It's unfortunate that stuff like that happened to people. I know y'all believe in that Illuminati stuff. I don't believe in Illuminati. I'm gonna tell y'all up front. And y'all say now because the powers in the be is not protecting Puffy is the reason that these people are coming out and suing them. No, that ain't why. Because now once you pay out people, and that's why when he paid out that judgment, and the next day I told him that was bad. Because when attorneys would take on cases and say, hey, this dude paying out this quick, he'll pay us $1 million right quick, or $300,000, whatever, if he wants stuff to go away. And you know, I'm sure those insurance companies that he has that mainly y'all don't know is the one that be paying those things out. I try to educate y'all on is usually your company insurance companies that pay them out and make the decisions when you have the business insurance or the businesses, you have the different type of insurance that make you pay out the things. Because by the time you have all of the different lawyers and stuff involved, it's just as quick to settle a case. So that's unfortunately is what's happening to Puffy. Everybody's gonna come out of the woodworks suing him. I'm not trying to say that he don't deserve any of these these lawsuits. I don't believe about Meek Mills. I'm a Meek Mill fan. I don't know what happened. I noticed when he talked about it though, Meek Mills didn't deny it. Like I said, I don't want to believe that that is true, but I'm one of those like y'all. When people don't say you motherfucking crazy, I ain't never did no like that. Then it's usually some smoke with that fire. And so I'm not up here saying Meek Mills was involved in that thing. I'm not saying Usher. Yeah, I am. Or Justin Bieber and all of them. Puffy gonna turn out to be our modern day. Oh, y'all about to get mad. He gonna be our modern day Michael Jackson is what Puffy turning out to be, in my opinion. That's my opinion only. I know black folks get mad when we say Michael was doing that stuff, but I believe Michael like doing things with little boys as well. That was my opinion. Y'all ask me how I know. I know an alleged victim that was around us. He's a very, very good friend with Ray J today. But anyway, man, it's hard for me to say whether this stuff is true or not, and I'm not going to get up there and start debating it. But
that revelation, it was only the spark that ignited something much bigger. Meek Mill sent shockwaves through the narrative once again, this time with a chilling claim about a near-fatal car crash he believes may not have been an accident at all. With his already fragile tension with Diddy hanging by a thread, Meek's words carried a sharper, more dangerous tone. He didn't make direct accusations, but he didn't need to. The implication alone was enough. Beneath his statement was a dark suggestion that something far more calculated could have been happening behind the scenes. The internet erupted instantly. Speculation spread like wildfire as fans and online investigators scrambled to connect the dots. Was it just a tragic coincidence or something far more intentional? This time, Meek didn't hold back. He put his suspicions out in the open, raw, and unfiltered. That honesty hit hard, fueling outrage, curiosity, and a storm of debate. What was already a volatile situation suddenly escalated into something even more intense. Now, one question is echoing everywhere. Just how deep does this story really go?
Been telling y'all, Puffy been giving y'all all the signs that he's trying to come out of the closet. Hope he just finally come out of the closet. It's obvious in 2024, we don't care. Society don't care no more. They done TV shows and all of that done brainwashed us to say it. Half of y'all, well, maybe 10% of y'all in the comment section take, and hey, that's just the era we live in. I have a problem with gang. Y'all say, well, why you care what a man doing and all that? Because that's one of the main reasons that God flooded the world and set the world on fire and did all the stuff that he did, because he was mad when he found out that men were down here having sex with animals and having sex with other men and stuff like that. That was the one thing that pissed off God. Y'all read your Bible, y'all learn. I know there's more to it than what I just explained, but that was the gist of what happened. So that's why I have a problem with homosexuality. But I know in 2024, I'm from an old school, where in the 80s and the 90s, people that were doing that were hiding it. But and now y'all out with it. So, hey, that's on y'all. But my point to saying that is, Puff needed just to come on out with it. Because those lawsuits and stuff is going to keep people blackmailing him and threatening him, and they're trying to expose him with these things because they think that he's scared of these things coming out. And once you don't give a fuck and tell them, I don't care. Do what y'all gotta do. These were adults, these weren't kids. Everybody that did something like that wanted it. It ain't too much that's going to be happening. The next thing that's going to be happening, and after this, is now you're going to start seeing some criminal investigations getting opened. And because when you get too much of this smoke, law enforcement generally gets involved. So that'd be the next thing that will be happening to Puffy, unfortunately, for his sake. Y'all know I'm one that believes if you ain't getting psychological help, getting some type of help, and you're a victim, you gotta come right away with me and tell it. Then you're a victim to me. But when you're talking about it and you haven't been getting some type of psychological help, then you 10, 15 years later want to come talk about it, y'all better not ever have me on no jury for no like that. Because I'm gonna be like, get the f out of here. Why didn't you bring it up when you happened? That's what's supposed to happen to victims and victims to me. If the stuff come out immediately, not years later, not when you finally find an attorney to take the case because they find this open season and they seeing that you opening up the checkbook and stuff like that. And so that's what's happening to y'all boy Puff, P. Diddy, Brother Love and all of that. But don't act like y'all just starting to hear it, because I've been telling y'all the brother is a homosexual and he's fighting it, trying to hide it, and he needs to just come clean. Yeah, he'll be good. Y'all remember when I told y'all that deal on that last video? All of y'all need to apologize in the comment section too. When I told y'all that his deal wasn't, he still had that deal with Ciroc. And when I talked about it, everybody was like, oh, they already did away with him. And I told y'all, it ain't true. You can't just take stuff from him. Well, then y'all just see the article a couple of months later where they settled with him and they made a deal with him. I'll be trying to tell y'all stuff, but I love how y'all go listen to other motherfuckers on YouTube and all you YouTube attorneys. But when y'all want to hear stuff, know stuff, get it right, y'all know what to call. Ball first. You get it first.
That's exactly why Meek Mill isn't backing down. He's stepping straight into the storm. With fire in his voice and conviction behind every move, silence is no longer an option. He's standing his ground, ready to defend his name and legacy from every rumor and shadow that's tried to define him. With a fearless edge and a renewed sense of purpose, Meek is now turning his focus toward what he sees as the industry's hidden power structure, forces he believes have been working behind the scenes to stall his rise and distort his truth. And with his ongoing tension involving Diddy still lingering, the stakes feel higher than ever. For Meek, this moment is bigger than headlines or survival. It's about reclaiming control of his narrative, demanding the respect he's fought for, and confronting every pressure that once tried to break him. This isn't just resistance, it's a declaration, a stand for truth. And one thing is now undeniable. Meek Mill isn't walking away from this fight. Not now, not ever.
Because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not gonna speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You gotta realize when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're gonna send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out to me. Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're gonna wanna know. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna send investigators out. They're gonna send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't gonna say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ say that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists. You know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rob said. Lil Rob said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine he had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs or little tape recorders, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man, I know they gotta be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes of stuff.
Meek Mill has now opened up about the deep emotional weight tied to his past connection with Diddy, and it goes far beyond anything the public ever saw. What he describes isn't just fallout, it's something that left lasting scars beneath the surface. He speaks on how that chapter shook him, pushing him into a place where staying grounded became a daily battle. The pressure didn't just fade, it followed him. And to carry that weight, he had to rely on real support systems and inner strength just to keep moving forward. In an industry where image often hides the truth, Meek's honesty cuts straight through the illusion. Behind the fame, the success, and the spotlight, he reveals a reality filled with pressure, expectations, and a constant grind that nearly became too much to handle. But for him, this isn't about chasing attention or headlines. It's about confronting the emotional and mental scars that shaped his journey, acknowledging them, facing them, and refusing to let them define him. Now, Meek is focused on something deeper, reclaiming his peace, rebuilding from within, and rising above the chaos that once threatened to break him.
And the Lil Rod lawsuit came out, and there's the gay allegations about Meek Mill as well as Usher, but Meek Mill was the one that got real upset. He said, "I'm not gay." Like he's everyone stop asking me if I'm gay. I'm not gay. And then you went in, and then he essentially threatened to kill you.
So essentially, what happened is we've been, I do long live streams. I'm streaming for like 5-6 hours. Like, when these things are happening, we're not just giving quick takes. Like, I'm going, like, even today, I bought the Christian Combs document, like the entire lawsuit. We're reading it word for word. We want to see because a lot of times on these sites, I've always said, like, I kind of pride myself on trying to go the extra mile. a lot of people just go to like, say, I don't know, Rolling Stones or Variety, and they see a summary of what's in a lawsuit, and they regurgitate it and even make it even smaller, and they put that out.
Yeah.
Well, I got time, and people want deep dives, you know? No Diddy. And we got a lawsuit. So the Lil Rod lawsuit we got.
Yeah, I read through the whole thing.
And it didn't mention Meek by name, but there was a footnote.
A Philly rapper who used to date
the name
Nicki Minaj.
It was like a Jeopardy question.
Duh, who is that? There could only be one person on the planet. Unless there's a Philly rapper that also dated Nicki that no one knows about. It's obviously Meek Mill.
So essentially, I reacted to, like, I literally found out on stream, like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, no way Meek Mill was in these freak offs. Like, I know we've seen the video in the pool and the matching outfits, but no, Meek is like the toughest, biggest gangster. Like, he's like a killer. Like, no way he's like getting, you know what I mean, bent over by Diddy, the diddler. So I reacted like, I'm not even believing it. That reaction went viral. And the next day, Meek, as I said, he's a special type of stupid, as 50 would say. He's seen me reacting to it and thought I made it up. So he's like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do to academics when I catch it? Now, previously me and Meek had a truce.
But I remember, because I remember the last couple of times I brought his name, you're like, hey, listen, me and Meek are cool right now. I don't want to take these shots at him.
We had a truce, but Meek and him being so dense and being so dumb, he actually thought that I made up the lawsuit. And by the way, even after he started threatening me, and I said, I didn't make it up. I said, just clear up whatever it is, but I didn't make it up. You know what he said? This is clearly AI generated. Like, I'm like, yo, Meek, Meek is so dumb he couldn't even spell AI. Like, how the hell you know this is AI generated? Bro, this is an actual lawsuit. I'm showing him, like, look, it's filed in federal court.
Right.
Nah, this
Here's
lies.
the PDF file.
Exactly. So,
the PDF's AI.
Yeah, so he basically starts, he says, you know what, man? He's like, yo, he starts going like off the deep end. He hasn't even cleared up the rumors yet. Like, rather than saying, hey, this is lies, I'm gonna have my attorney, you know, deal with any salacious lies spreading about me like a normal entertainer would. I am not gay or whatever the case is, or I've never been in any sexual situation with Diddy. He says, I'm gonna kill you academics, and what I'm gonna do is, he says, first things first, he says, someone send me academics address.
Like, he said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die to do it. Then it was so
crazy. Which is crazy. Which is a crazy thing to say. Meek is cut it out. You're not gonna die to shut down academics. You're a multi-millionaire with a great career and kids. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Meek literally then tweeted out a couple tweets after. He said, well, the governor just called me, and I was just like, this makes like, wait, you're planning a murder online. And the governor calls you to talk you out of it? Like, also, the reason why him and the governor are in cahoots is primarily because he's the guy that they kind of taunt around for prison reform.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm down to die over it.
Yeah.
The funny thing, I always tell people, I would say this is a gangster rapper paradox when they're threatening a civilian. They say this. Yo, I'm gonna kill you, this and third. And if you actually say, all right, I'm not scared of you still, because you usually back out once they say they're gonna kill you, because they're a gangster rapper. They rap about spinning blocks, Glocks, and switches. They're the killers of the earth, okay? When you tell me you're not scared of them, they flip it on you. Man, you just trying to trick me out of my position. You trying to send me to jail.
Right, he said, I'm gonna treat you exactly to the effects of you influencing. I'm gay and I have 3 sons. I'm getting you Addy now. I'm coming.
Then he told me he was gonna record a video and pee on my steps. And I was like, well,
right.
I imagine Meek just like sneaking up and like, first I'm like, yo, that's a sexual crime already. And Diddy is already into some shit that you're alleged with. Don't pull out your penis on my property. That's a problem. That's a sexual crime. You can't just whip out your dick anywhere, Vlad. You gotta tell these people. Okay. That's a crime.
Yeah.
So he threatened to come. Don't come with the same dick that you and Diddy been doing whatever with and come pee on my property. Afterwards, he said the governor basically told him that he should stop beefing with me, and then he went into this whole tirade of how he's going to I'm gonna donate some, like, so I told him, I said, listen, I said, what's not cool is a rapper like you who's pushing 40. There's nothing wrong with age, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. But
still acting like, you know, you're, one night he says, because the people in Philly have been saying, you know, you don't even live here. Like, why do you keep acting like you're still in the trenches? Like, and you're living a bad life. You live in a really good life. You know, he lives like in one of the most expensive high-rises in New York City, right?
I don't know.
Like, he just showed off like about like 10 expensive cars that sit in that car face down in South Jersey, right? This guy's living really good.
Yeah.
Except he's saying that he's down to spin, because people from his own hometown said, you're not here like that. You're not actually in the...
Meek Mill has spoken with rare honesty about the emotional weight left behind from his past connection with Diddy, and it's clear those experiences cut far deeper than anyone realized. He reveals how the aftermath pulled him into a constant battle just to stay grounded, forcing him to lean on real support systems to carry the burden that followed. It wasn't something that faded with time. It stayed with him, shaping his mindset and testing his strength. In an industry where image often overshadows truth, Meek's words break through the noise. He offers an unfiltered glimpse into vulnerability in a space that rarely allows it. Behind the fame and success, he describes feeling drained, trapped under the weight of relentless pressure that came with the spotlight. And he makes one thing clear: this isn't about headlines, lawsuits, or public opinion. It's about confronting the emotional and mental scars that never fully healed. Now, his focus is on something more powerful: reclaiming his peace, rebuilding his strength, and rising above the chaos that once threatened to consume him.
Get into this real quick, man, before we really even get started into this. And it's because something I seen today. This girl, Tiffany Red, she said that she was filing a claim against Diddy, but my man, it touched me crazy, man, because the hurt that I seen in her voice, in her she crying, man, and she worrying about what this dude could do to her and what he has done to her. Man, listen here, I want to let this young lady know, and I know this is not the place for it, brother, but please allow me to say this to her, man. You know what I'm saying? I started this battle long time ago, and the situation is that, bruh, we already won. This was some spiritual that Pop, the spirit of Pop, the spirit of Big, the spirit of Miss Jones, the spirit of Wolf, all the people that he has done wrong, you know, so Black, all the people that he has done wrong, bruh, is coming to light. We already won this spiritual. What we going through right now with these trials and everybody, you know, with this financial situation and everything like that, all that is superficial. That's the physical part of it. The spiritual part of it was won because Big, Pac, Wolf Mother, all the people that he did wrong, bruh, you understand? They already won the battle where we were supposed to win it at. So now we just going through the physical part of it, man. And I want that girl to know, man, that she ain't gotta fear no man. She ain't gotta fear him, nobody else, man. Whenever she needs, you understand? Whenever she needs somebody to travel, to go with her, to make sure she all right, you know, I'm a phone call away, man. I'm a phone call away. And you know, go ahead with your questioning, man. I just had to get that out, man, because that girl touched a lot of people, man, because all she wanted to do was write music, make music, and show her talent and her love to the people, man. And then she got to feel this way, be fearful and scared of her life and stuff like that. Ma, I ain't scared of no man. You understand? I ain't scared of no man. Nobody that got to put their pants on the same way I do. Not at all.
And for the people that don't know who Tiffany Red is, that's Cassie's best friend.
That's one of Cassie's friends. She was writing a lot of music, and she said that she was writing music for her friends to get raped to. Oh my God, man, come on, man. Start with your interview. I'm sorry about that, brother, man. That's just, it's crazy to me, man. Man, you know, leopard don't change his spots, and Diddy been doing this for a real long time, bro. He been doing this for a long time. And now another artist, this artist didn't wait 10 years. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wait 20 years. You understand? He waited a year or two after he stopped working with him and saw he didn't get what he was supposed to get. And he said, yo, listen here, man. I'm putting in my claims right now because I'm gonna show everybody what really happened, what really went down. It's crazy. When I was reading it, I read the whole thing. Shout out to Keisha in Kansas City. She sent me the whole the whole documentation, bro, and you know the whole court thing. And when I'm reading the stuff, you know, it sound a lot of it sound familiar. You understand? And what I mean sound familiar, how he would get other girls and get girls to try to, you know, convince this guy, you know, or put him in a sexual situation with other girls so he could do whatever he wanted to do with them. And it's just like the situation somewhat with Sarah and her girlfriend and him and Ja. You know what I'm saying? Bringing girls on to try to convince this other guy to be in a room with another naked man and all this other bullshit. Yo, it all sounds familiar, man. I read the whole thing, man, and it was crazy.
And for the people that don't know what you're talking about, because the lawsuit is new, so, you know, some people still catching up with it. Little Rod, he alleges that, you know, Young Miami cousin tried to have sex with him in front of Diddy.
Yeah, he went into the bathroom, and then she came into the bathroom and tried to, you know, throw herself on him. He didn't want to have nothing to do with her for whatever reason. And then when he came out the bathroom, she continued to try to do that and try to have sex and wanted him to have sex in front of Diddy and the rest of the people that was in there. You know, that's how they do, man. They try to use a girl that you might like, or you may think you might like, or they think you might like her or whatever, to convince you to lay down your guards with them. And he didn't.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And you're not surprised by none of this, because you said that Ja Rule, they did this to him, right?
No, remember, and people got it confused when I said that Ja and him was in the room with two girls, with Sarah and Sarah's girlfriend. You understand? He was trying to get Ja to go at Jay-Z. So what he did was try to get another girl, you understand, to do something with Ja. I guess, I don't know, they in the room together. So when they, in that thing, I know what he was planning on doing because I heard the conversation. I knew what was going on. He was trying to get at Ja, so if he had got Ja in any kind of uncompromising position, he could force Ja to go at Jay-Z. So that's just a thing that they use. Lil Rod, he get him in a sexual position and a sexual situation with some kind of girl, and then maybe get him high, get him drunk, or whatever like that. He don't know what he doing. One of the guys step in, and now he doing Lil Rod. Now Lil Rod all messed up in the mind because he started off with a girl, but now he end up with a guy. He trying to put him in some kind of situation like that. They do that all the time in the industry.
So Diddy got a history of doing that. One thing I did see in this lawsuit, you know, Little Rod, he alleges that, you know, Diddy's son Justin was helping Diddy, you know, get underage girls. And I guess he was...
The mounting lawsuits surrounding Diddy have taken a sharp and unexpected turn, now pulling Meek Mill directly into the crossfire. Fresh allegations have surfaced, linking him to the embattled mogul and pushing an already tense situation to the edge. What began as a series of legal battles has now spiraled into something far bigger, sending shockwaves through the entertainment world and igniting non-stop speculation about who else might be drawn in next. The atmosphere is shifting fast, and with every new development, the stakes keep rising. And just when it seemed like things couldn't escalate any further, another lawsuit emerged. The pressure is mounting, the spotlight is intensifying, and the industry itself feels like it's on the brink. Now, with controversy building and questions multiplying, both fans and insiders are left watching closely, waiting to see just how deep this situation goes and who might be next to step into the storm.